Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
We're giving away the iPad a little bit later in the show. 2 new members who now, Lewis, each have 10 entries to the iPad giveaway. Ryan Bisker and Josh Elmore. No relation to anyone else we know, actually. As far as I know, they're just two members. They're not related to anybody I know. I don't know.
No? Yeah, probably not.
But now, inextricably linked to each other as members of the David Pakman Show membership program.
Part of the family.
And related to Lewis, which, as you can hear, is very exciting during holiday time.
Mm-hmm.
Mitt Romney has said he is not going to release his tax returns, and he's kind of cementing this posture of secrecy. Now, it is no secret. I don't know what the secret is, because it's no secret that Mitt Romney has, it seems like, around $250 million. He has a number of different houses, which he claims created more jobs by doubling their size in some cases than did Obama in many cases. Of course, it's a ridiculous claim.
Oh, wasn't that some random guy who said that to him?
Yeah, DeJuan Washington said your mansion creates more jobs than Obama has. He actually friended me on Facebook, and he said he found our comments, and he thought I was just wrong, and that he wasn't a plant. And I said, that's great. It's, I guess, congratulations that you weren't planted to say something incredibly ridiculous. You said it of your own
accord.
Of your own accord, exactly. So Mitt Romney is saying, never say never, but I don't intend to release my tax returns. Now, releasing your tax returns is common if you're running for president, and I expect he's going to have to if he does become the actual Republican nominee. I don't see how he's going to avoid it.
Maybe that's why he's saying never say never.
Because if he is the nominee, he'll have to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he doesn't want to? There's two sides to this. Well, there's probably more than two, but at least two sides are, does he not want to release the tax returns this early? Because if people see how much money he has, they'll realize what's true, which is that he's not a middle-class American, that he's not unemployed like everybody else, that he's not, I don't know, that he's not any of the things he's been pretending to be for 20 years now? Or is it because he thinks that it will in some way reveal income that from sources he doesn't want people to know he received income from?
Probably both.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he's smart enough where he would receive all of his sketchy income, whether it's different consulting or whatever, through an organization that just has a set name, Americans for Lack of Logic and Reason, LLC, or something like that.
But once those names are released, and then people can start digging and
into well, what I'm saying is, if he has his own kind of trust, if he has a business organization through which all of this consulting money is run through, it would just show up that he receives money from that consulting firm, and it wouldn't be that clear who's actually hiring him to do all sorts of different stuff. You would think he's that smart.
Right, but at the same time, I think most of the information required to figure out where that's actually coming from is public information. So I think overall he just wants to maintain secrecy.
Eventually, it is going to have to come out, I think. Will Americans be turned off by the fact that he has so much money? Or will it be the kind of Joe the Plumber American Dream effect where people would say, you know what? It's great that he has $250 million, and his policies will make it more likely that someday I'll have $250 million also than Obama's policies will. The kind of downward spiral of the American dream.
Mm-hmm. He has been playing the everyman card, and as soon as people see those tax returns, those who are curious enough to look at it, clearly that
and
whole...
people will look at it. I know you'll pour through it line by line.
Right, of course, yeah. That whole little house of cards there will collapse.
I think he is afraid of what people are going to find in there. There's no reason not to release it. Maybe that he actually has way more money than the $250 million that people estimate.
Is it $250 million, including his homes, his
I think
assets?
that's net worth. Yeah,
net worth. Oh, well.
Not to mention, net worth wouldn't necessarily show up. It depends what tax returns he releases. You wouldn't have all of your assets necessarily, especially if he has them running through various nonprofit trusts, the way I'm sure his expensive accountant can set up for him.
Right. And who knows what kinds of tax write-offs he used that can mask things as well.
Right. When you were involved in the big incident a couple years back, you wanted to not even be in touch with any of the investors, right? You just went through attorneys and you were completely separated from it just to make sure nobody thought there was anything up with you.
The big incident? Did you just completely fabricate that?
We're not supposed to talk about that, are we?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're really good at that. You're really good at pretending like you really have no idea.